Thailand-Cambodia War from 1907 to 2025. Shiva Temple, PREAH, flashpoint of the war. Century-old dispute triggers 2025 military escalations. Landmine blast sparks fresh cross-border clashes. Trump brokered peace deal fails to hold. Heavy shelling, airstrikes along disputed ridge. Colonial era treaties and disputed borders. The origin of the conflict traces back to the early 20th century, when Cambodia, then a French colony, and Thailand, then Siam, attempted to draw the border under colonial influence. A 1907 treaty and accompanying colonial maps were used to define the borders, but these maps and legal texts had discrepancies. Some border areas remain disputed, especially around historical significant temple, VIHEAR. Disputed heritage, temple flashpoint. A central bone of contention is temple VIHEAR, an 11th century Hindu temple built by the Khmer Empire located near the border. In 1959, Cambodia took the dispute over the temple to International Court of Justice. In 1962, the court ruled that the temple belonged to Cambodia but did not clearly demarcate surrounding lands, leaving the border areas contested. That ambiguity would resurface repeatedly over decades. Bigger picture of dispute. The border between Thailand and Cambodia stretches over 800 kilometers, which makes many border zones ripe for tension and misunderstanding. The dispute highlights the long-lasting impact of colonial-era treaties and maps in Southeast Asia, where borders drawn under colonial rule continue to cause conflict. Cultural and national identity also play a part. For Cambodia, temples like VIHEAR embody heritage and historical pride. For some in Thailand, control over parts of borderlands, even near the temples, is seen as reclaiming historical linked lands. The conflict disrupts civilian life, trade, tourism, regional stability, and diplomacy, so its implications go beyond just the border zones. Reoccurring tensions and past clashes. After Cambodia listed the temples as UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008, tensions reoccurred, leading to clashes between 2008 and 12. In 2013, the International Court of Justice has again clarified that VIHEAR temple and its immediate surroundings belong to Cambodia and ordered Thai troops to withdraw. But border demarcation outside the temple remained unclear, so the dispute was not fully resolved. Thus, the roots of the conflict are a mix of colonial-era border ambiguity, historical claims, and cultural heritage importance, all of which make the disputed zones emotionally and potentially sensitive for both nations. 2025 conflict began. Trigger event. In May 2025, a clash occurred in a disputed border region, during which a Cambodian soldier reportedly died. That incident spurred rising tensions between both the nations. Following this, both sides began deploying more troops along the border, imposing diplomatic and trade pressure. On July 23, 2025, a major flashpoint occurred when a Thai patrol detonated an anti-personnel landmine in Abon Ratchathani province, injuring 5 Thai soldiers. Thailand accused Cambodia for laying fresh mines. Cambodia denied the accusations, arguing mines might be left over from earlier conflicts. The next day, on July 24, 2025, full-scale fighting erupted along multiple border points, turning a tense standoff into an open military confrontation. So while the decades-long territorial and heritage dispute set the stage, the immediate trigger was the landmine incident itself, tied to ongoing tensions and historical grievances. Trump's peace policy fallen flat. In October 2025, US President Trump presided over the signing of the Kuala Lumpur Peace Accord, joining leaders from Thailand and Cambodia to commit to a ceasefire, withdrawal of heavy weaponry, landmine clearances, and release of detained soldiers. At the ceremony, Trump called it as a historic day and declared himself as a president of peace. But unfortunately, this peace deal did not survive for the longest time. Weeks after that, despite the fanfare, the agreement proved fragile. Renewed clashes erupted just weeks later after a landmine explosion on the side of Thailand. What happened in 2025 war? According to recent reports, the conflict involved heavy weaponry and air power for the first time in this modern phase. Rockets, artillery, and fighter jet airstrikes. Numerous border zones, including near temples such as Ta Muin Thom, saw fighting between forces of both countries. The war caused significant civilian harm, many fatalities, destruction of homes and infrastructure, and mass displacement of people on both sides. Diplomatic ties collapsed, ambassadors were expelled, border crossings shut, and trade and cooperation suspended.